Hello and welcome back to another Understand Your Buy video. In this video, we're looking at the notion of invisible costs. So what is it? Well, often people choose cheaper alternatives or to DIY, do it themselves, because they simply don't see the true cost of their actions. Just because you don't get an invoice for something doesn't mean it's free. Just because you don't get an invoice for something doesn't mean it's free. That's something we really need to take on board. And as sellers, it's up to us to highlight the hidden cost to our buyers. How does it work? Well, it works because, respectfully, your buyer is often ignorant to some of the harsh realities they're facing, and it's up to us to spell out the consequences. So, for example, servicing your car yourself, you're going to be limited in terms of what you understand and what you know how to do. It might take you 10 times longer to do it, which has a cost of your time and your stress levels. You also might buy the wrong parts when you waste money on those, or you break something, or you need to buy a special tool, etc. There's all sorts of invisible costs. Not all of them come with an invoice, but they are there. And your buyer's only going to realize them when they stumble across them, and at that point, it's too late. So how can you use it? Well, to do this, we need to politely broach the subject of the cost that your buyer is going to incur, and it could include, but isn't limited to, things like lost opportunities, reputational damage, delays from error, delays due to lack of ability or lack of capacity, liability if things go wrong, and having to purchase specialist equipment or tools or even training. Typically, if a buyer proposes to do something in-house, they need to be reminded that they're already paying the salary of the person who's going to do the work for them. So it's never free to do something in-house. If I'm paying somebody £100,000 a year or £50,000 a year to be in the office and I get them to do something for me, that doesn't mean that thing is free. It just means I've allocated them to that. So there is always a cost. So that's the notion of invisible costs. If your buyer complains about the cost of your solution, remind them of the invisible costs of their current situation. Well, that's it for another Understand Your Buyer video. And if you like this kind of stuff, then you'll definitely like the book, which you can buy at understandyourbuyer.com.